Novak Djokovic, a Grand Slam champion again. Novak Djokovic, his third major title of this season. His fourth U.S. Open. 24 and counting. 24 and he still wants more.
I haven't even read them because they keep on coming. They keep on coming. I think that I have to turn one of the phone off.
You haven't read any of them? Messages of support?
No, not at all, not at all. Look, they still calling. They still calling. Phones are calling. So that shows how joy people are in our country.
Like I said before, McGuigan is good and he's a fighter. And the way McGuigan fight, there's no way McGuigan can beat me. There's no way McGuigan can go 4 rounds with me because of my power. I got my power, I got experience, I got everything too much more than McGuigan. And I want him, that girl, I call her girl because she don't want to fight me. She's scared of me. She know who I am and what I can do. I know the trainers. These trainers don't want to fight me. And I took the title from a young man. And any old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm gonna kill him. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby.
Yo, it's another Saturday, and you know what that means. And you know what I'm saying? Charlie, this is the Weekend Sports Rally Show on Z11.9 FM. Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's that time of the weekend. It's a sporty weekend on Z11.9 FM. If you are the watcher sellers, please jump the queue. Tell the Amelia that you are in a hurry. Say who could see Z. Amelia, you're fast. If you've just gone to the park, the local park, to play football with the boys and you are heading home, I beg, tune in to Z right now because it's all about to go down. The boys and the girls. Charlie, see, this sports show, it be for you people. I beg you, it be fun, it be enticing. You have, I think sugar and things are put inside. Assorted sports, you know what I'm saying? So once again, this is the Weekend Sports Rally Show with me, Emmanuel Kwame Donko, and like every single Saturday at 11 a.m. on the dot, we come your way with the biggest and most controversial sporting topics in the world of sports, and we dissect and do a whole lot of surgeries on them. We take them to the OR and we dissect and we join things. I'll be some surgeon be that. So, like we do every weekend, this weekend we will be do a whole lot of dissecting. I mean, the African Cup of Nations is heading to its final stages. There are 2 games to go for the African Cup of Nations going on in Morocco right now to end. That is the 3rd place playoff between Egypt and Nigeria, and then the grand finale between Senegal and the host nation Morocco. So we will preview the semi-final games. Nigeria lost out to the host nations Morocco, and there were a whole lot of hula baloo after the game. The Niger people are pained. Now we'll bring you that discussion before we move on. Now after that, AFCON talk to the transfer market. Now there is a whole lot happening in the transfer market. I don't know if you know, but the January transfer window is opened and clubs are buying players. Away from that, we'll take a look at Real Madrid, the biggest Spanish club in the world. Well, the biggest club in the world, if I'm being honest. Yeah, because I'm a Real Madrid fan. But it is not good times at all for Real Madrid. They are going through some turbulent times. They sacked their substantive manager, Xabi Alonso, and then appointed a Castilla manager, that is Arbeloa, to take over for them. And then in his first game, oh my God, against a lower division side, against a La Liga 2 side, called Albacete in the Copa del Rey round of 16. What a fumble. And then away from that, there are some big games happening today. And I mean today at 12, exactly 12 p.m. today, it is the Manchester Derby. And we will bring you that conversation. I mean, we have to do that preview before the game starts. And I mean, this show ends at 1 p.m. So, you know, we are time bound. We have to hurry it up. So I hope you don't mind me, but I have to introduce my guests that I do this with in the studio. So I've got two fine gentlemen. I mean, the finest of them all. Single gentlemen. Gentlemen who know their sports, who eat and wake up and breathe sports. I mean, these gentlemen have so much knowledge. Sometimes, yeah, I feel insecure about being the host. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you know, like, these gentlemen know what they're about. First is Kelvin Atta Aminyampon. He is the editor-in-chief at M Sport. He is a Manchester United fan also. My brother, Kelvin, how are you feeling, my brother?
I'm good, my brother. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. As you can see, I'm ready and kicking to go. We've got a lot to discuss. You, my friend, your club are playing a very big game today against Manchester City. How are you feeling about that?
I'm excited. I think today we are going to pull something great today. We are going to shock a lot of haters today.
Kai. So you heard from Kelvin. He says they are going to pull a lot of shockers today. I hope so. I, for one, don't like City that much. I mean, Semenyo is joining them now, and so I'm a bit partial, but nah, Pep Guardiola vexes me as a Madrid fan. Okay, now let's go to my other gentleman, and he is a Liverpool fan by trade, by nature, by birth. He was born in Anfield. He does everything Liverpool. But aside that, he loves sports. He knows sports. He's a sports enthusiast. When he predicts and he tells you this game is going to happen this way, you better listen, because look, this man knows what he's talking about. And that is none other than Michael Abubonshra. Mike, what's good, brother?
Yo, bro. Good day. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to have you in the studio.
Nice, bro.
Oh, and you're looking fly.
Thank you.
Love the suit.
And it's about to go down.
It's about to go down
exactly.
indeed.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, it's good to have you in the studio. We have 2 hours to dissect the biggest sporting topics in the world of sports. And like I already mentioned, we will have to start off locally with the African Cup of Nations. Oh, and before I forget, yeah, we are streaming this on Facebook and YouTube. So if you cannot get to a radio wallet set, you can log on to Facebook, Z11.9 FM, type Z11.9 FM on Facebook, and you can find our live stream of this program. Or if you're on YouTube, Z11.9 FM, and then you can get a live stream of this program on YouTube too. But if not, yeah, grab a radio wallet or just log on to z11.9fm.com. We are online. I mean, we are everywhere. You know, it's almost as if we are MTN, but we are not. But we are everywhere. Yeah, so let's get this conversation started. Guys, the AFCON semifinals took place just this past week. We saw 2 great games. First off was Egypt. We saw Egypt come off against Senegal. And, well, I have to ask, did that game meet your expectations?
I would say, honestly, I expected a much tougher game, and especially from Egypt. Unfortunately, the same idea or the same approach that they have been using throughout this tournament, that was the same thing that they did, you know, just to defend and try to hit, you know, Senegal on a counter. But, you know, Senegal dominated them from the start to the end, and unfortunately, as a neutral, someone who wanted to see Salah versus Mane pull up for the neutrals. Unfortunately, it didn't live up to expectations from Salah's side. How can you play a whole 90 minutes? First half, complete only nine passes, 0 short touches in the 18-yard box. The rest defense from Egypt was so bad that, you know, transitioning.
Wait, that was Salah's stats in the game?
Yeah.
I mean, literally the biggest game of his ending career. And he pulled up those stats.
I tell you, you know, it was very.
That was bad. That was disappointing.
But at least from the other aspect, at least Mane showed that, you know, he was great. His goal in the 78th minute showed that at least he has something to give. So I think, for the neutrals, it was a nice game.
Okay, that is Kelvin, and he thinks it was disappointing for the neutrals a bit, but Mane stepping up for the Senegal team made it all worth it, made that whole 90 minutes of football worth it. Let me go to Michael. Michael, Senegal versus Egypt in the semi-final. Did that game live up to expectations for you?
Personally, that game didn't live up to the expectation I wanted to see in the game. Okay. Looking at the way the game started, first half was so poor. It's as if both teams were trying to respect themselves in such a way that they just, I don't know if it was probably a technical skill or technicalities that they want to imply into the game. But going forward, honestly, a game of that nature, coaches should feel free and play their best. As if they were afraid to commit to the game. But second half, after the goal came from Mane, it was a bit okay. But looking at the way Egypt was sitting deep in the lines, defending at the point in time, using 6 defenders, 7 defenders before they could switch onto attack. But Senegal, kudos to their coach. He did a very fantastic job on that game. He really showed Senegal that I know what you are coming to do. You want to sit back and attack us, but hey, we will also let you know we have the best DMs and the best centre backs in the world and full backs. And that was just the end of the game for Egypt. Mo Salah, we hope to see you soon at Anfield.
Okay, so as a Liverpool fan, Michael expects to see Mo Salah back in Merseyside soon because after the Saturday third playoff game against Nigeria, he might have to pack it. He will pack his bags and get on a plane and head back to Liverpool. But guys, let's look at the statistics in that game, right? In the ball possession field, Senegal put up 63% possession to Egypt's 37% possession. That tells you how the game really went, literally, in terms of who had the ball more, right? So it looked like Senegal saw more of the football. They put up 63%. When you look at the expected goals metric, Senegal put up 0.33 expected goals, and Egypt were able to only do 0.12. That is quite poor for an Egyptian side. No, Egypt in the African football terrain, they are a very big side. I mean, they are the country to have won the AFCON the most, right? So just off of that alone, the expectations are usually very high. True. And then you have a player like Mo Salah leading the charges, captain of the side, big game player, Liverpool star. He's been there, scored the most goals and assists for Liverpool in the past EPO season. He's a man who knows how to show up on the big games. And then his Egyptian side, look at the total shots taken, right? Senegal took 12 shots, Egypt took just 3. Fouls committed. I mean, corner kicks. Egypt had 6 corner kicks. Senegal had 6 corner kicks. Egypt had just the 1 corner kick. Shots on target. Senegal played 4 shots on target. Egypt just the 1. I mean, it is very, very poor
for a knockout game that you know that you have to go all out. I think it was very disappointing. Hassan Hussam, the Egyptian coach, as someone who plied his trade as a striker and, you know, scored a lot of goals, I expected him to, you know, at least develop his attacking side of his coaching. Unfortunately, the idea was to play a 4-3-1-2 formation, leave Mamouche and Salah, you know, up top. Once we get the ball, Omar Shaw tries to, you know, play through pass and hit them back. You know, Senegal were so good at, you know, cutting the passing lanes, and they were physical. So whenever Salah gets the ball, you see Idrissa Gana, you see Papa Gane around him. Before he can even, you know, turn and try to pass the ball, they have blocked every passing lane. So one, although we expected more, but we have to also give credit to the Senegal coach. He did his homework, and he did well. He did well. It's something that I want to see, because Moroccans, the coach is doing literally something similar. Senegal is also doing something similar. So this final,
that sets up a great final, doesn't it? Okay, Michael.
It's as if Egypt went unprepared into this game. Looking at the statistics, as we earlier on said, very, very, very appalling. And in fact, Egypt were not able to bypass Senegal in any form of that. Current statistics I'm seeing here, not even shot on target, not even big chances created. As a matter of fact, both teams created 0 big chances. Okay, that should let you know that Senegal went into the game just to possess the ball, to prevent the Egyptians from playing, and to also prevent them from making that counter.
Yeah, I mean,
one error led to the goal, and that was just it was just game over. He knew that he would beat them, but he was just waiting for the right moment to come, and it came to pass. So even shot on target, even shot off target, shot off target.
You have to play some, but
shot off target. Senegal gave 4. Egypt gave 1.
Ooh.
And I'm like, where did we get wrong?
No, because I remember we were watching that game all together in the office, and it felt like every single attacking moment, every single good opportunity fell to the Senegalese team. And the only time we saw Egypt threatening in any form at all was after they had conceded. And we were like, I remember Kelvin, you said, so you knew how to play like this, and you did not do that right from the start.
True.
What goes through the minds of players and managers? Sometimes I feel like it's psychological. Like, you are very capable of playing like that. Why don't you start playing like that right from the whistle? Why do you wait till you concede and you're running out of time before now you're throwing everything you have at the game?
And it's not as if like Egypt is that kind of nation that likes to sit back and defend throughout 90 minutes. No. This is a free-flowing attacking football team. You get Mamouche, you have Trezeguet, you have Mohamed Salah himself. These 3 guys will cause damages.
Right.
Look, they were just missing in the game completely. How many touches did Salah even get in that particular game? I'm not sure he had more than 40 touches.
No. So, guys,
no shot on target.
I guess the final question is, where do the Egypt national team go from here? I mean, because this was pretty much Mohamed Salah's last chance to win the African Cup of Nations with Egypt. I don't think he'll be around the next time the competition comes around. And so, and the manager, I mean, do they sack managers and change manager? Do they move on from this Mohamed Salah, era? Should they start thinking beyond Mohamed Salah and trying to build a whole new squad, without Mohamed Salah? Do you think that should be their way forward?
Personally, I think the coach should maintain his job, and they should start building up the team without Mohamed Salah.
Okay.
You could see that this team was built on Salah, and down they are trying to pave a way to build the team around Mamouche.
Right.
So they should just go forward from that aspect. They should build a team without Salah and Mamouche. It's possible Trezeguet too, so that we know that this is the typical Pharaohs of Egypt that we know. Attacking-minded team. They come at you as how they want to. And we are talking about the most successful African country in AFCON. Okay, so they have to just take their time. They have to take their time so that they take it one step at a time. Then they move ahead, because sacking a manager will be a wrong decision. He got it wrong at the semis. It's acceptable. Okay, we pardon him and move on.
Okay.
But going ahead, they have to rebuild the team right from scratch.
Okay.
I'm not even convinced with the goalkeeper they have in post, because earlier on, I think one of the games I told that this goalkeeper is shaky, and just one shot on target for Mane, he was locked. He couldn't even see that coming, and it's something that needs to be talked about from the goalkeeping.
I mean, he's also part of the old guard, isn't he?
Yeah, he's part of the old guys. Yes,
he's been in post for them for a long time.
Yes, he's part of the old guys, and you see, the transitioning is always the transitioning time. Teams find it difficult transitioning from the old guys to the new guys.
Right.
So, and other countries have adopted strategy to blend it. Like how Ghana tried to blend with the under 20 squad that won 2010 at Egypt.
Right.
And we still had it wrong. So this if the next AFCON will be played in the next 4 years, as they proposed, it will be a very long time for them to prepare.
I think the next one is happening in 2027.
Yeah. 2 years, then
2 years, and after that,
they start the 4
so
years.
They shouldn't expect anything common or anything normal in the 2027 AFCON. They should take their time, rebuild the team, so that they know that okay, now they can go to World Cup, they can play better plays of AFCON, and see what goes on from there.
Okay, Kelvin, your final words on Egypt and their way forward. What do you think?
I think they need to, like Michael said, you know, he doesn't have like a bad start with them. He has played 25 games. He has won 16 games and he has only lost like 3 games and 6 draws or something. So he has that, you know, that thing going for him. He helped qualify them for the World Cup too. So I think, you know, they have to give him some time. But if this is his approach to football in terms of how to attack, then I think maybe they can change it, because I believe the attacking talent that Egypt has
is way too good
to be
for them to be playing like
because
that.
Because against Ivory Coast, that's the same approach. Ivory Coast played all the football they won, they defended throughout, and that's their mentality. So when you are going to the World Cup, you are going to meet the likes of Belgium and all that. This is what you are going to do. It doesn't speak well of him,
right? Because they qualify for the World Cup, so they have to be thinking about that.
Exactly. So I think for his record is good, but he has to also change his approach to game, because Moroccans, you know, the Moroccan coach Walid, we also him in the World Cup. They were ultra defensive team that played well compactly, but also scored. But against in the AFCON, he has shown that this is another side of me that I can also attack and also pin teams down. So I think he has to also show that versatility that okay, when we are meeting this kind of players or this kind of team, this is how I can play and this is how I cannot. So I think they should give him some time and see how, you know, they can move forward.
Okay, Kelvin thinks they should give him some time and see how they can move forward. So, guys, that is one semi-final game done. Let's move on to the biggest, arguably the biggest semi-final game, and also, sadly, the most controversial of the semi-final games in the African Cup of Nations. That is the Nigeria versus Morocco game. Look, and I don't know. I was here in this studio on the Drive Time show when I was doing sports on the Drive Time show, and I said that I do not agree with CAF decision, with the Confederation of African Football's decision to appoint the Ghanaian referee Daniel Lai to be the official, the center match referee for that Nigerian game. And my reasoning was that now it's no secret that there's this rivalry between Ghana and Nigeria, okay? And the center referee being a Ghanaian, a lot of the conversation would be around whether or not he would be able to do his job fairly without any malice or bias as a Ghanaian. And I felt that while a lot of that talk might be outside of the game, you know, from fans, from Nigerians, and a lot of fans outside of the game, and not necessarily from stakeholders on the pitch, I felt that personally, as the center referee coming into that game, he might try to overcompensate, okay, and try to go out of his way to prove a point, and that is that I am not here to cheat Nigeria just because I'm a Ghanaian. And in so doing, he will be doing the Moroccan team dirty or bad. That is how I felt about it. And I thought for that reason alone, CAF made the wrong decision by appointing him to officiate that game. But okay, then fast forward, the game happens, right? And we saw the game, we watched the game. Nigeria for more than 90 minutes of that game were passengers. They were there for the ride. Nigeria did not participate in that game. You saw, I saw, everybody saw. But at the end of the day, even after the game have gone to penalties, where at this point, the referee has no say at all in the results of the game, Nigerians after that game, after losing on the penalty spot kick, shambolically, have the guts and the temerity to blame the Ghanaian referee, you know, saying all sorts about the Ghanaian referee doing them dirty, about how the officiating was shambolic, how the Ghanaian referee did not do them fair, and all of that. I mean, I think by now, if you're listening to me, you know what I think about it. But I have pundits in the studio. That's why they're here. Let me hear from you guys. Does Nigeria, the Nigerian team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, have cause to cry foul for how that game ended and the officiating in that game?
Honestly, I felt like Nigeria went unprepared in the game. I felt like Nigeria went unprepared to this particular game because of how they started the game. You know, and if per what they are saying about referee Daniel Laye, I think they are trying to be unfair to the referee. You know, our closeness, the way we relate to each other. We all know that if Daniel Laye would have been biased, he would have done it to favor Nigeria. Because we will all be like, okay, he's our brother and this and that. He's our brother and this and that. You see, so it's about how they went into the game, how they approached the game. Maybe probably they thought, and they were already down because when they saw the Ghanaian referee, they were like, oh, and they say they are because referee be one. But no, Daniel Laye was right on spot. Even the ball that hit Bassey's hands was highly controversial. Most referees would have given that as a penalty,
right?
But he overlooked it. Nigerians are complaining about he gave them yellow cards. How many yellow cards did he show in the entire game? He gave 2 yellow cards. And those yellow cards were deserving yellow cards. I just don't know what Nigerians want. Probably they are trying to play some psychological mind games here to accept the fact that they lost because they played very woefully in that particular semi-final encounter. Daniel Laye has got nothing to do with it. They should let him be. If you look at other journalists who rated the performance of Daniel Laye, they all give him good scores. Some give him 9, some give him 8, some give him 7. So the referee at the center field had nothing to do with your performance on that particular day. You failed from the technical room and failed on the pitch. Even when you got to penalty kicks, which the referee has no influence in that, you still went ahead and lost the game through penalty kicks. So blaming Daniel Laye for this particular mess, I think they should cut the man some slack. He has done nothing to them. You can't tell me that because it's Nigeria, Morocco, so because Nigeria and Ghana are banter against each other, we should take another referee.
I mean, just the idea of that is ridiculous.
He's there to perform his job as a referee.
Right.
He's a professional man, and he delivered that day. If you tell me to rate Daniel Laye's performance, I'll give him a solid 10 over 10 performance because he did nothing wrong. The game went through, and we were complaining about a ball that went to the the throw-in area, getting to the corner aspect. They felt like the ball didn't get to that particular place at a point in time, but he was with a linesman. The linesman gave him a signal that the ball went out. The ball went out from the field and deserved to be given a throw-in. The linesman directed, okay, it goes to this direction. He's a center referee. He has to go by what his colleague is saying. So I'm just looking for one particular thing that Daniel Laye did that could have prevented Nigeria from scoring. Nothing.
Look.
So Nigerians should cut the referee some slack. They are trying to expose themselves with so much ignorance and I don't know.
I get feeling pain that your team had been knocked out or could not make the finals of the African Cup of Nations. Especially before that game, a lot of us agreed that Nigeria were probably the best side in the competition, right? A lot of us agreed that Nigeria were the best team in the competition. A lot of us agreed that, the football they were playing, they were the team that had scored the highest goals, the most goals in the competition so far. And so I get how, as a Nigerian, you'll be disappointed, that the so-called best team in the competition so far could not go all the way to the final or could not make the finals.
True.
But guys, let's not forget, the official, the match referee, that is his job. He's getting paid for this thing. Yeah. You think this man who has a family to feed would throw a game or do a bad job as his job just because of banter, so he can do some team dirty, as some false sense of loyalty to his team and lose his job and risk his job and his integrity? Is that what Nigeria think?
Nigeria, I would say, first of all, even
Kelvin, before I let you continue, this is an interesting side. So, in all of the 120 minutes of that game, Nigeria managed just 2 shots. 2 shots in 120 minutes of football. Now continue.
All right, so like I would say, even the best referees in the world, you know, are not perfect. We are all humans, and I would say sometimes refereeing is subjective. You know, what maybe he might see at that point might be different from what you see. From a stand view or from a neutral aspect, you would tend to somehow, you know, at least understand where the Nigerians are coming in terms of the flow of the games. You know, the biggest rivalry or one of the biggest rivalry in terms of how, you know, energetic and how, you know, vicious it is Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. And the recent one that they played, the only fouls that were recorded were 29. And out of the 29, 9 were yellow cards. But this particular game, the fouls count was 52 fouls between the teams. You know, so one would agree 50-50, and some fouls that maybe most referees or top coaches would allow for it to go. He would whistle.
Okay.
Probably that might disturb the flow of the game or the flow of teams.
Okay.
So that maybe you can agree that maybe 50-50 most of them were going, because Nigeria had more fouls than Morocco. But to say the referee is solely responsible for you losing is honestly very intellectual, like very dishonest if you are being honest. Because Nigeria did not play anything in the game from start to end. Like you said, 2 shots out of 120 minutes. Like, what were you doing in the game? So in terms of, and like I said, I would give praise, and I'll give, you know, all the accolades to the Moroccan team and also the Moroccan coaches. You know, not 4-2 Diamond. Once we push the ball to the wings, Bruno and their right back will try to cross the game. But what did Morocco do? They made sure that whenever Nigeria get the ball, they are pressing them. They are getting the ball from them. So tactically, they were beaten. They could not even get out of their own half to even tread the team.
Right.
And let's say maybe you have gone out from that. Now you have the opportunity. Maybe let's say the coach or the referee has cheated you. Okay, right now they did not score you. You have the chance to, you know, go and play a penalty shootout. You are responsible for the outcome of the penalty. And see what the likes of Chukwueze and see the likes of Chukwueze and Bruno went to do there. So for them to blame and Nigerians to be angry at the coach, the referee, I think is bad. Yes, most referees wouldn't get, like, he's not perfect. He has some instances like Calvin Bassey's yellow. Honestly, he did not do anything to Brahim Diaz. Yes, it is a foul, but a yellow card, you can say maybe they throw in the ball. You know, you were closer to it than the linesman who was far. Maybe you can point it out. Nobody's perfect. But to say he's the reason why you lost the game, I think, for lack of better words, it's crazy.
Manuel,
okay.
I think probably Nigeria should not. I think probably Nigeria should not even make an attempt of playing this third and fourth final game today, because even if you look at the officials lineup, we have Jalel Jaid from Morocco as a center referee, assistant referee 1. You have Zakaria Brinsi, that one also from Morocco. Assistant referee 2, we have Akkad Mustafa, also from Morocco. And to interest you to hear this, the fourth, the assistant referee 3, Hassani Khalil, is from Tunisia. The team that Nigeria beats is from Tunisia. Okay, and the fourth official is Peter Kamaku from Kenya, and another team that Nigeria beats, Algeria. Lalu Benhambra is in charge. He's in charge of VAR. And assistant VAR 1 is Haitem Gurat, also from Tunisia. Assistant VAR 2 is from Morocco, Hamza. So then they should not go and play this third and fourth game in the first place. Because if you are trying to tell me that you are not able to win in regular plus extra, how about penalties? Then you go and blame a center referee for your shambolic performance. I'm trying to be very professional this way. For your shambolic performance. Then I just don't get it. They don't go and play this game because you are going to play virtually against all your enemies. Right. You are going to play Morocco. You are going to play Algeria. You are going to play Algeria. You are going to play. You beat Algeria. You beat Tunisia. Okay, and now the team that you were criticizing them that they beat you, host nation. Now you are going. Look at the lineup of the officials there. By the end of the day, they still have to deliver. They have to be professional in what they are going to do. So they should take their time, go focus and go and get the bronze. Okay. And even the bronze class, Charlie, make them take compensate Egypt.
So right, because that's a good point.
Like I was saying, you know, the rivalry between Ghanaians and Nigerians, most of them is all love. You know, most of them is all love. Most of them, you know, we play around, but the rivalry between the North Africans, how to say, it's not love. Like they don't play about themselves. So I tend to disagree with my colleague here when he says Tunisians genuinely don't like Moroccans. Moroccans genuinely don't like Algerians. Like it's very genuine.
Yeah.
So having Egypt playing and having all these officials as North Africans, would rather
harm Egypt more
rather
than
Nigeria.
That's what you think?
Exactly.
Because of the rivalry between
because of the rivalry between
No, but I guess it was coming from the Nigerian argument. I mean, that was the argument they made, that because the center referee was from Ghana, you know, he did them dirty because of the rivalry and the banter between the two countries. So by that same logic, I mean, now
Egypt too can also make the same claim that because of the rivalry, they will cheat for Nigeria.
So your third and fourth playoff game against Egypt, you have a center referee from Morocco. The team, you are crying foul that they cheated you, because a lot of the conversations that you guys were cheated. So you cry foul that Moroccans cheated you. They did not beat you guys fair and square, which by the way they did. And you have assistants from Tunisia whom you also beat. You have assistants from
Algeria
who you also beat. So I guess from that perspective,
I get
Nigerians,
this point.
Let's pretty much forget the third and fourth team, because it looks like you're losing that one. just off of that your logic. But yeah, guys, let's wrap up this conversation now. But I just want to end with this. Nigerians, listen to this statistics after your game against Morocco. So for the possession, ball possession, it was pretty much close. I think Nigeria even peeped the Moroccan team in possessions, 51. Nigeria had 51% of possession and Morocco had 49% of possession. But to the expected goals metric, Nigeria could only master 0.08 expected goals to Morocco's 0.86 expected goals. Mind that gap, yeah? 0.08 to 0.86. That is a crater. That is a huge gap. Total shots. Morocco managed 16 total shots. Nigeria, in 120 minutes of football, your team managed just two shots. 16 and 2. Again, a crater. That is a wide opening. Just
a team with Osimhen, Ademola Lookman,
right?
Akko Adam, Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Akko Adam, Ademola Osimhen, Akko Adam. Then you have this guy. At a point, Moses Simons also came. Chukwueze all came in, and you are trying to tell us that you managed 2 shots in 120 minutes.
That's not all. They could not create a single chance. 0 big chances created. 0 chances. Corner kicks, they could only play 1 corner kick or create 1 corner kick for themselves. The Moroccan team had 5 corner kicks. So look, let's not even go there.
And guys, because they think they are the most populated country in Africa, so we should. Hell no.
Giants of Africa.
The
Super Eagles of Nigeria. Look, you guys just did not show up to that game. You lost solely because of the performance you put in that game, not because of any other factor. Your team was that bad. They did not play anything worthy of winning that game. And so just lick your wounds and then look forward to the future. Do not take your L and just move on. Do not blame our official, please. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, that is all for the African Cup of Nations conversation. So we are about to move on to other matters. So you are still listening to us on Z11.9 FM. This is the Weekend Sports Rally Show. And we have just done justice to the African Cup of Nations conversation. We have reviewed the two semi-final games that happened in the 2025 African Cup of Nations, ongoing currently in Morocco. So now we are about to change gears and move on now to other matters. Next on our agenda is the January transfer window. And when it comes to the transfer window, we were saying, we see kind of chill, nana. Boga. Oh, so if your team is Boga, you guys have money, you'll be completing moves. Like if you're a Man City fan, you've already signed Semenyo, the Ghanaian forward who is killing it. And apparently, I think today it should be official. Magui is also on the verge of joining Manchester City. So these are the moves happening in the transfer window. But Asamoah Gyan had a conversation with Rio Ferdinand, and he said that I think apparently Asamoah Gyan is a Manchester United fan. Kelvin, do you know that? All right.
Who isn't? Who isn't though?
I am not. Abu is not. Michael is not. I don't think he is. A lot of people are not Manchester United fans.
A lot of people
Thank you very much. So in that conversation, Ghana's baby jet Asamoah Gyan told Rio Ferdinand that he would love Manchester United to sign Victor Osimhen, and given that the transfer window is open, right? We thought it was worthy of a conversation. So as a Manchester United fan, I would like to hear your thoughts on that particular convo and see if you would like to have Osimhen as part of your team. But away from that also, I don't know if you guys remember Gallagher, the Chelsea fans. Yeah, Gallagher is back in the EPL. He joined from Atletico de Madrid. He signed from Atletico de Madrid and he's joined Thomas Frank's Tottenham Hotspur, sorry. So Gallagher is now a new Tottenham Hotspur player. And also, a big rumor happening in the English Premier League as far as transfers go is Lucas Paqueta. Apparently, Lucas Paqueta, the West Ham midfielder, the number 10, the Brazilian, he's looking to make a move away from Europe back to Brazil. Now, Lucas Paqueta is reportedly looking to join his boyhood club, Flamengo. And this particular one is a little bit shocking to me because, look, this guy has been linked to the likes of Manchester City in the past. He's been linked to top European sides. And he's deciding to join Flamengo in the Brazilian league. I mean, I can't think far on that particular one. But, guys, let's do the transfer market conversation now. And let's start us off with the first one. And that is, Kelvin. Asamoah Gyan wants Manchester United to sign Victor Osimhen. Agree? Or?
I would say I would agree.
Yeah?
I would agree with him. Like I said last week, you know, when we list 4 top strikers in the world right now,
okay,
I would say Harry Kane, I would say Mbappe, I would say Haaland, then him.
Okay.
You know, as a Manchester United fan, Osimhen, someone who, like Asamoah Gyan, we need heart. You know, someone who will scream at you to cross the ball if you don't. And that's what Manchester United wingers are lacking. You know, at first, normally your idea, or most top teams, the idea is to supply the striker. But Manchester United, the idea as a winger, you cut in, then you shoot. But someone having a passionate striker who chase every ball, sweat and bleed for the team is someone that Manchester United has been lacking for a long time.
What about Benjamin Sesko?
He's actually, you know, doing well, but we can't, out of his games that he has played, he has done worse than, you know, like he has done good for the team. So we can't, you know, base on that. And he lacks that physicality, that let me run for the team.
That tall man.
Yeah.
Abu will say he's fat.
He's
that man who is fat.
He's like
he lacks physicality.
Do you remember Weghorst? That tall, that's his name. He was tall as hell, but he was weak too. So I think maybe he needs to work on his back to go. He needs a striker to, you know, learn from. You know, we made the same mistake when we went for Højlund, 75 million. Then he performed miserably. Then the idea was to,
but now he's killing it at Napoli.
Exactly, and the idea was to get like someone who is proven, someone who can come now, you know. Then we brought Sesko for about like 6 games he hadn't scored. And now right now he has 4 goals out of like out of I think 16 games or something. So I think yes, we need someone like that. Osimhen, the only thing that I would say he's injury prone. You know, this season he has only started 9 games for Galatasaray in the Turkish league, and he has scored 6 goals. For someone to play 9 games, score 6 goals,
guys,
play AFCON.
My bad. You know, I completely forgot. But you know the Manchester United game, the Manchester derby. It's an early kickoff game. It's starting at 12:30 p.m. today. So we might have to put a pin in the transfer market conversation and then preview that particular game because it's a big game, right? Preview that one for our investors and our listeners listening to us. Let them know what you think is going to happen in that game, what's going to transpire in that game, and then we'll come back to the transfer conversation. So I think the lineup should be out by now. Let's take a look at the lineups for both teams. So Manchester United are playing at home at the Old Trafford, right? Theatre of Dreams. This is what the starting lineup looks like for Manchester United. So they've got Lamens in post, and then Diego Dalot is on the right back position, right? That is a big sigh. We'll unpack that big sigh you just did. Okay, so we've got Harry Maguire. Ooh, that's a name it's been a while I saw. Yeah, in the starting sheet. So Harry Maguire and Lautaro Martinez, the centre back. Lissandro Martinez, sorry. So Maguire and Lissandro Martinez are the centre back pairing for Manchester, and then Luke Shaw is our left back for Manchester United. And then in the middle of the pitch, they have Casemiro and Mainu as the double pivot in the middle of the pitch. So we have Casemiro and Mainu pairing as this double pivot in the middle. Then Amad Diallo, who was in the African Cup of Nations with Cote d'Ivoire, he's back because Cote d'Ivoire are obviously out of the competition. So it's Mbeumo. So it looks like both Amad and Mbeumo are starting for Manchester United. From the formation I can see, it looks like Amad is playing right wing. Right, Amad is playing right wing. Bruno Fernandes is playing as a 10, just behind Mbeumo. Mbeumo is starting as a false 9. Yeah. Wow, I did not see that come. So Mbeumo, the winger, is starting as a false 9 for Manchester United in this game. And then we have Dogu. Dogu is playing left wing. Yeah. The left back is playing left wing. Wow, this is Michael Carrick's first game in charge, by the way, as in caretaker manager. And this is the formation. Kelvin, how do you feel about it?
First of all, any manager who favors Dalot, has signed a contract that he will be sacked like before this is your ability to favor, Dalot is crazy. Someone who manages to sack every coach by himself. So I think that I expected a more solid lineup in terms of the back. Maybe bring somebody like Yoro as a right back, because when Manchester,
have you guys got an out-and-out right back aside Dalot in the team?
Not right now. Mazraoui is there.
Okay.
But with Carrick's, from his tactics and from what he did at Middlesbrough, when his teams gets the ball, the right back taxing in midfield and becomes like a third midfielder or even a centre back. Okay. So having someone who is defensively solid, like Euro there. Maybe offensively he would not go, but defensively he could offer, something to, at least help calm down Doku. Today let's see something what Doku will do to Dalot today. Honestly, I think on a broader view, I think Carrick, his time at Manchester United, he was the coach of the team. He wasn't the manager. Okay. Ole was the manager. He had overall, authority on who is starting. Okay. But the day-to-day, like tactics, training drills were down to Carrick. And during Ole's time in the Premier League, he played Man City or Pep Guardiola 6 times. Okay. He won 3, he lost 2, and he drew 1. So if we want someone who knows how to beat Pep Guardiola, then I think it's Carrick. Okay. He has done it before, and I think he has gone through the videotapes and all that. My surprise was Sesko, benching, because for the past 2 games, someone who has
benching him for
Mbeumo
as false 9.
One can argue because Mbeumo has played as a number 9 before. Okay. During his time at Brentford, he was playing the 2-top with Wissa. Those 2 Sakore men who were scoring a lot of goals. So it isn't something that he has done before. He can do it. But I expected, Mbeumo to be on the other side instead of Dogu. then bring Ahmad, so that we will know that once we are in transition, we have someone that we can play to as a target man. Then the wingers can run in behind. But having a winger, then a Dogu, maybe the idea is maybe Semenyo is too dangerous, so let's have 2 left backs so that we can try to contain him. But you are playing at Old Trafford. There's a time for you to go all out and see. Personally, initially I was very, optimistic about our chances because I thought, but I think there will be goals.
No longer optimistic.
There will be goals that I can agree, because Man City is playing a makeshift defense. Kusanov, if the big boys are in, he's not starting. Alien just came from loan just to support. So the 2 center backs are young defenders who lack experience.
Right.
So I expected us to go all out so that we can test them. But benching a striker and playing all these things.
Because I think you just accused Šeško of not being a striker
physical.
That was physical and could play with his back to goal.
Yeah.
Is that something
he was
in
fast.
Mbeumo? Is that something in Mbeumo has?
No, I don't think Mbeumo would, like you said, you were force 9. He wouldn't be on them. He would try to come and play. Once we get the ball transition, he can, and he's faster than Šeško. So the idea is to maybe in transitions, the Old Trafford, Nani, Ronaldo, let's go, speed, Rashford, Martial. I think that's the same energy that they will try to. And it depends if Man City can keep them, especially the young defense. So there will be goals, but I don't think Manchester United will take a win.
Okay, there will be goals, but Kelvin, who is a Manchester United fan, does not think his club would be able to take it away. Michael, when you look at the head-to-head between these 2 clubs, it looks like Manchester United do not do bad at all against Manchester City. I mean, the last time they met, they lost by 3-0. City beat them at the Etihad by 3-0. But the other time before that was a 0-0 draw. And then the last 3 times before that was a 2-1 win to Manchester United at the Etihad. Manchester United won 2-1 at the Etihad. The time before that was in the Community Shield. It was a 1-1 draw, and that went to penalties. And then the last time before that was in the FA Cup. United beat City by 2-1 again. So let me say the last 5 games, United has won 2. And City has won just the 1, and then they drew 2. Okay, so that looks like it's Manchester United have pretty much a good time when they come up against City. But we've seen the lineups. Let me know, what are your feelings about this game?
Okay, so going into this game, it's going to be interesting. I see Manchester United a little bit edging over Manchester City, because looking at what Michael Carrick is trying to play, he's trying to prevent Doku and Semenyo from having their day. He knows that Haaland will surely be in the pocket of Harry Maguire. So this game, actually, Manchester United has an edge. But
that's what you think?
Yes, but it all boils down to what the centre backs of Manchester City will pull through at the end of the day.
So that reminds me, I did not go through the Manchester City lineup. Let me go through that quickly. So for Manchester City, Donnarumma is starting in post for them, and then they have Nathaniel Ake playing at left back, and then Aileen and Kusanov, the 2 young centre backs, are starting for Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola has a way of doing these things. I don't know. And then Rico Lewis is starting at right back for them. Then they have Rodri at this only pivot in that game, sitting just in front of the defense. And then at right wing, they have Ghana's Antoine Semenyo starting at right wing for them. And then Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden are the double number 10, double attacking midfielders for them in that game. And then they have Jeremy Doku playing at left wing, starting at left wing for them. And of course, the lone man up top is Erling Haaland, the Norwegian, starting up top for them. So this is Manchester City's lineup. It's a 4-1-4-1 formation, while United is playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Okay, Michael, sorry, continue.
So looking at this lineup and everything, okay, if City will win this game, Donnarumma has to give us a 12/10 performance, because the kind of shot he's going to face today, only God knows.
No, but we know this.
Prior to
we
the
know
international
this.
break,
We know this. City are going to dominate possession. a lot of the time the ball is going to be with Manchester City. So are you sure Donnarumma will be facing a lot of shots? I mean, you have to have the ball to try to shoot. Right?
Manuel, let me say this, okay, and state it, and I'm sure it's going to be on record. I'm stating that Donnarumma is going to receive a lot of shots today. Trust me. United has set up in such a way that they have players who can shoot at any point in time. Harry Maguire can shoot at any point. You have Mbeumo who likes shooting, Bruno Fernandes, and even Amad Diallo and Casemiro. Trust me, Donnarumma has to put up a 12/10 performance in order to safeguard this particular Manchester City setup.
I see.
City are currently in crisis. That is why they are trying to beef up during this January transfer window. Okay,
yeah, a lot of their centre backs are out injured, right?
Broken legs, and now Savinho's problem is they say health issues. I know Savinho there, his bad decision took him there. But going forward they are like, if I'm going to defend, then the best way for me to do is to attack. That's why he has decided to fill in Doku and Semenyo at a point at the same time. So, and Lewis is also a guy who's also good when he's coming up front. And I'm sure that this setup by Manchester City is going to expose them in such a way that I feel like this midfield, leaving Rodri alone at that DM, being the main man to shield the defensive line, he's going to get tired. He's just recovered from injury, long ACL injury. And if Bruno and Amad Diallo get their day, this Manchester City is not going to stand. So Manchester City will fall.
So you think United will win this
Yes.
game?
The only problem I have with this United setup is they have two players who are clueless when they are moving forward.
Who are those?
Dogu, number 1. Oh, sorry. I changed the rank. Number 1, Dalot. And number 2, Dogu.
I see. But Dogu is playing as a winger in this game.
Exactly. And I feel like they are already...
See, that's just it for me. Michael Carrick is trying a whole lot of new things today for Manchester United. So he's playing Mbeumo as a false 9. He's playing Dogu as a right.
And I think Dogu playing on the left side of the attack isn't, how should I even say it?
Isn't there to attack?
Probably.
Isn't necessarily
and
because he attacks.
And under Fletcher,
right.
The 2 games he played as a winger. He played on the left side of. So it's a position that he has played the past 2 games.
Okay.
So I think it's not. And if we are going to, based on how they have set up, I'm sure it's going to be like once Manchester United gets the ball, short tacks in, Dalot becomes like a wing back. Then Dogu also holds the width for them. Then maybe Amad Diallo joins the attackers in with so that maybe they can do something. But like Manchester City, I think the idea is to possess Manchester United and score them, because if you Rodri, having Bernardo Silva and Foden, they are not physical.
Yeah.
So they can. The idea is to beat you.
Keep the ball.
Keep the ball. Exactly.
Very well. They are ball
and
keepers.
Manchester United's pivot, I think Menu is the slowest 20-year-old footballer in the world. He's fat, he cannot move. And Casemiro too, we all know football age, we did bare 43. you all know, they are also slow. So chasing them around, and it will be very hectic for them. So I disagree that maybe we can take this win.
So, okay, this is interesting. No, this is interesting. So the Manchester United fan in the building does not think they are winning. But Michael, who's a Liverpool fan,
he's talking out of interest. We all know this was Liverpool. Because of Liverpool, we want Liverpool. That's why he's by force supporting Manchester United. But we all know the reality.
See, you see, I don't know why Kelvin has accepted the fact that he that is down fears no fall, because they think they're already down. But trust me, this United setup, and you see, this is not Amorim on the touchline.
Okay.
We are talking about Michael Carrick.
Okay.
He has done it before. And he can still do it again.
I see.
Pep Guardiola thinks he has tried the same setup. That was against, was it Brighton or something? And they drew 1-1. City's last 5 matches, they've drew 3 and won 2. Okay, City's not in that. They are struggling, but they just.
But ever since Semenyo came, they've been fired.
How many games has he played? 2 games.
Yeah, and he's been fired.
Semenyo cannot do it all.
Okay.
Listen, he's going to. This is a smart move by Carrick. Putting Dogu there and putting Luke Shaw there at the same time. it's a smart move just to frustrate Semenyo. And at the end of the day, we all know that at the other side too, if Doku will try to commit to come forward, Ahmad will also look at the little.
But you should also know that Semenyo is not a winger that sort of enjoys the take on, the one-on-one duels. He's not really looking out to beat Dogu and beat Luke Shaw. Semenyo, a lot of the time, will be tacking in behind Haaland, trying to sneak in runs and be in the 18 was trying to, he feeds off, scraps in the box. That is where a lot of the time he'll be playing. So I don't know about, two left backs being put there just to handle Semenyo, because I think a lot of the times he'll be drifting central, into the middle of the pitch.
Do you remember the famous Jose Mourinho Manchester United vs Chelsea, Hazard versus Ander Herrera? Yeah. The job was simple. Follow him wherever you go. Just like MTN, follow him wherever you go. That is what is going to happen here. See. I think Carrick knows that he's not having the best squad as it is, but he will do whatever it takes to frustrate this Manchester City setup. Honestly, Kelvin said there are going to be goals flying in this game, but it's going to be tight.
You think it will be tight? It's
going to be a tight game because Maguire would like to make a statement. I think this is
another slow defense that Haaland can bully them.
And you see, I'm surprised he, as a United fan, doesn't seem to have confidence in this United team. But on paper, even though City may edge a little bit, but defensively wise, United stands taller against City.
Let me put you on the spot. What was your prediction for this game? Score.
Charlie, this game, it will be a full-time draw at the end of the day.
Hey, where did the one that said United will win?
I said they might edge. The word is mine. United West performance. Let me just predict. United West performance will be a draw. United is winning this game by 2-1.
Bruh.
Manchester,
what is your prediction
Manchester
for this game?
United is winning this game by 2-1.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to change your mind? Because you changed your mind just a while ago.
No, I'm not changing my mind. I'm still sticking to my premise.
Okay.
I said Manchester United is winning this game by 2-1.
So it's no longer a draw?
No. I said his West performance will be a draw.
Okay. So United win or draw is basically what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Correct score 2-1.
Okay. Correct score 2-1 to United.
Yes.
Okay, Kelvin.
Correct score 3-1 for Manchester City.
Wow. I don't know if
we are being professional here.
Right.
If maybe I was doing an
putting your loyalties aside.
If we were like having an argument somewhere that by force you have to support your team, then. But I'm trying to be realistic.
Yeah, trying to be realistic.
And we have only won one match out of 7 our last 7 games, and magically you want to score Man City, who slashing someone 10-1 and things.
That has to be the saddest thing. Like the United fan. Oh God, predicting that in the big game like the Manchester Derby, his team is going to lose 3-1. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
Okay. Charlie, stay cool, boys. Stay cool. Charlie.
Okay, guys. I think we can wrap up the previews of the Manchester Derby now, and then maybe go back to our transfer news discussion. So we were talking about Victor Osimhen to Manchester United, as Asamoah Gyan suggested to Rio Ferdinand. He said he was appealing to Manchester United to sign the Galatasaray and Nigerian forward Victor Osimhen. Michael, let me come to you now. Do you think that move would be great for either the player or the club?
Legend, Baby Jet, Wakanedie. Asamoah Wakanedie. But Osimhen to Manchester United, satisfactory. I think Osimhen as a character is problematic. And he may not be able to feel very comfortable in that particular Manchester United team if he's going to bring that his character to England. But him being part of that particular setup for the football game is not bad. He will fit into the squad in terms of lineup, in terms of trying to go and score and everything. But as in off the pitch, on the pitch,
so
training grounds,
attitude,
his attitude level. He needs to check it. He needs to find a proper mentor who will be like, hey, you are fooling. Wait, Jamaica, stay focused.
Right.
Other than that,
on the footballing abilities, you think he will be a good fit?
Yes, he will be a good fit. But you see, Kelvin seems to be so biased when it comes to Manchester United, and this is the player I want.
No, come on.
He's going to do this.
Not just
to him. Osimhen is part of the top four best strikers in the world. This is very, very disrespectful.
So who are you going to mention?
We have the likes of Lautaro Martinez. We have the likes of Lewandowski. I try to tell me that Osimhen has better numbers than them.
This is right now.
Right now, of course, yes. What are you trying to say?
When was the last time
he's playing the Turkish league? He's finding it difficult to stay fit. And I tried to tell him that this guy is a better player than Lewandowski. It's a better player than Lautaro Martinez.
He doesn't even start over Ferran Torres.
And he doesn't even start over Ferran Torres. But look at his player ratings this season.
Player ratings?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Like I said, it's my view.
He has played 14 games.
I get it.
He has played 14 games. Someone who is not even fit to start. He has even played 14 games and scored 9 goals, given 1 assist. Lewandowski. So what are you trying to tell me here?
Yeah. Okay.
He is always better than Osimhen.
He's not. I'm not saying he's better. I think.
He said to you, yes, it will always be to you. But
Michael, you can't.
Someone who is like 35 or something. We are talking about a striker to come to Manchester United who can help us right now so that we can be better. And I'm saying right now, if I should count some strikers that would do well top right now, I will mention Osimhen because one, not only is he hardworking, like his manner in Manchester United, what we need, demanding, wanting more and all that. That's something that we are lacking. Someone who plays like a lion, someone who plays with heart. Just cross the ball, he will outleap anyone and score goals for you. That's a pure number 9. You're saying, do I think he's better than Lewandowski, a 35-year-old who Ferran Torres has been starting over? Why do I need a 35-year-old to come in Manchester United to come and help us right now? Like you get it.
You were able to bring Cristiano Ronaldo. How old was he when he came back?
That is Ronaldo.
And that is Lewandowski. What are you trying to talk about? Someone who conquered the German league.
Wow.
Come on.
The best player.
We are putting Lewandowski on the same pedestal as Cristiano Ronaldo now. Is that what we are doing, Michael?
He's under Ronaldo. He's under Ronaldo. But Osimhen can never be above Lewandowski. Let's just set the facts right.
I get it.
Osimhen can never be above Lewandowski. But just as you said to you.
Yeah.
So we will accept it. We will just take it like that to you.
Okay.
He is part of the players that you can see he can. But to boldly say that currently, if you are saying top 4 strikers in the world right now, come on.
But I think Michael, you made a good point about his attitude. So let me come back to you, Kelvin. As a United fan, I mean, you're no stranger to Osimhen's attitude, characteristics in his issues of the pitch. He tends to butt heads a lot with management and with coaches and teammates and as such. Do you think that will not be a problem with him at United?
Like I said last week or something. I said the reason why he's not playing for a top team right now is because of his attitude. You know, when scouts are sent out there, sometimes not just on the field, they interview players like other teammates and other, just to see how is he a team player. Because if recently Thomas Tuchel made a comment that the yardstick that he would be using to take players to the World Cup isn't based on only form. One of the key things, are you a team player? Are you going to accept that you are going to be a bench player if someone is picked ahead of you? You get it. Those are some of the things that new style of modern in terms of scouting they look at. So I don't think right now, if he should come with how entitled he is when it comes to outside, he thinks that mostly everyone is against him. When you complain or when you say don't do it, he feels like you're against him. If that's the attitude that he's bringing on board, then I think he wouldn't fit at Manchester United.
Okay.
He would like see the people, see the Manchester United, see the pundits, the old people, like the old players. Imagine the way they will speak about him. Even if he dyes his hair, he hasn't said anything. No, say what they do to him in the media, then you will be complaining, and I think they would kill him on the media. But I think on the field, we need that, because we had a certain type of player like Cantona who played. He felt like he was the king. bring me the ball, let me score. We had someone like Roy Keane who he would literally he ended Erling Haaland's father's career because of tackles. He would kill you on the he's bleeding for, and that's what Manchester United like. We need not someone who be complaining and throwing his hands like Bruno Fernandes, but we want someone who like would want.
So let me put you on the spot quickly. Given Osimhen's attitude problems and his ability as a footballer, do you think you would make that trade? Would it be worth it to have him in the team over, regardless of his attitude and stuff?
Yeah, I would.
You'd sign him?
I would sign him. Because on the field he's a talented player.
Okay.
Off the field we can talk to him.
Okay. Thank you.
To.
Okay. Guys, let's do other transfer stories. And former Chelsea player who went to the Spanish La Liga, joined Atletico de Madrid. He's back in the EPL. Gallagher is back at Tottenham Hotspur. Good move or bad move?
Yeah. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move for the player and also the team. Thomas Frank's Brentford was known for verticality when it came to pressing, when it came to tackling with the likes of Norgard, doing all this dirty, tackling and all that. And once you look at the stats, this guy, ranks at the 96th percentile for players who intercepts football. Okay. And he ranks 74th percentile when it comes to tackles. Okay. So I think they are getting someone who can tackle, someone who can intercept, and someone who's not injury prone like Bentancur, Rodrigo Bentancur. Okay. So I think for the player, he wants to also show that I'm good enough to be taken to the World Cup. Okay. So that's an extra motivation for him. Okay. And for Tottenham, they need someone who that box-to-box presence that can help Paulinho in terms of the midfield solidity.
So that was the question I was going to throw to Michael. So Michael, I was going to ask you, given everything Kelvin described about what Gallagher brings to this Tottenham Hotspur team, I feel like his profile is something they already have in João Paulinho, right? I feel like he's also a guy that wins you duels, gets in the tackles. So he can do all the dirty jobs, clean up the defense, tidy up balls, and all of that. Don't you think it is redundant for them to bring in a similar profile in Gallagher when they already have João Paulinho at City, at Spurs? Or do you think Thomas Frank would be able to use both of them in the team this season?
Currently, what Tottenham needs is a Gallagher guy who will partner with Paulinho. Okay. As you said, they have not been scoring lately, but they have been conceding goals too as well. And it seems like things are not going well for Thomas Frank. And if you look at Gallagher's numbers too, he's a player that you can rely on to give you like more than 25 games in a season. You see, so for his match fitness level, he's always there. Looking at what he did with Atletico Madrid, he played last season, 2024-25 season, he played 32 games in Spain as an English boy, a country that most of the English guys don't like to venture there. But he went there, played 32 games, scored 3 goals, gave 3 assists, and he's a clean player too. He only received 2 yellow cards in Atletico Madrid, a team that is known for
satanic team.
Yes, a team that is known for being rude, harsh tackles and everything. But he was able to calm himself down and play excellent football. 2025-26 season, which we are still in, he has managed to play 19 games with 2 goals. And so apart from he coming to be that shield in that midfield, going forward too, he's also good. Okay. At least 1 or 2, he can give 1 or 2 assists or 1 or 2 goals to bang in. So he's the right guy for Tottenham Hotspur. They need him at this particular time, and it's a good move. World Cup is also around the corner, and Tuchel will need players who need to be starting at their club's level too. So I'm sure this will be a great motivation for him too as well.
Okay, so let's move on now to another transfer story. Maguire, Crystal Palace's skipper and defender, Maguire to Manchester City. Michael, I know you are a Liverpool fan. Liverpool wanted to sign Maguire but for some reason, you guys followed him for a long time, but for some reason, you could not complete the move. He's on his way to Manchester City. Let me know your feelings about that. And yes, you can cry if you want.
Currently, Liverpool as a football club, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, wherever you are, Charlie, you guys, if you see us, run for your lives. Because I just don't know if it's a game plan to get Slot out. If that is it, then thank you, wherever you are, God bless you. But losing Semenyo to City, losing Maguire to City again in the space of a week or two, it speaks so much about what Liverpool is trying to do. They are like, okay, the season is over for us. We are not in there. Let him go. Later we'll come back and get to the transfer market once again. And two, if it's about money, I wouldn't say it's the reason why we let Maguire go, because we could also bid City to get Maguire. In terms of, because looking at the signings and spendings we've done this season, we've given Slot whatever he needs to do, but he's not giving us what we want to do. You let the big boys that Klopp brought in all out, and you brought in your own big boys. He are still not delivering results. You are a manager who is always been shady, trying to throw tantrums and putting players under the bus, and it's still not helping you. So, of course, if I were to be Richard Hughes, I'll be like, we may turn them our crowd, then kind of baby. And you know, if any club will get a good pool in a transfer market, it depends on the manager. I look at where Liverpool were when Klopp was there, and the kind of players he was able to bring into that particular Liverpool setup. So this transfer market has not been good for Liverpool in terms of this January transfers.
No, but you know, the summer's transfer market was, you guys did a lot of spending. We brought in a lot of players. Isaac, Verts, Frimpong, spent almost 400 million.
Yeah, if those players had known,
right?
If those players had known that this is the kind of manager we are going to be under, they wouldn't have come to Liverpool. Trust me. The manager is also highly involved, and he needs to sit up. No, he needs to be fired. He needs to be fired, okay? Because honestly, he has no pull in the transfer market again. Because if Tottenham were going toe-to-toe against Liverpool on Maguire, trust me, Maguire would have gone to Tottenham Hotspur.
Really?
I'm telling you this.
Think it's that bad?
Slot, he's not just bad, he's terrible. He is terrible. That is how Liverpool has gone into. And you see, Liverpool fans are failing to accept the reality that this is where we are now at the moment. And we going forward we have to make sure that such things do not happen to us again. And I think a journalist asked Richard Hughes if Slot will still be under the wheels of affairs for Liverpool. He said no comment.
I see.
So I'm just happy that very soon we will pop champagne.
Thank you very much for somehow finding a way to make the going to City transfer all about Liverpool. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You told me to cry out, so I've just released it out.
Thank you very much. Let me go to Kelvin. Kelvin, good move for City and the player.
I'll first touch on the player.
The first time I watched Gary, I think it was Barcelona U18 versus Chelsea U18 at the Champions League. You know, normally when they play the U18 Champions League. Okay. And my first thought was, a small boy Ben Achesano. You know when I say that, he was so muscular for a young 17-year-old. Okay. He was playing the same team as Tariq Lamptey. Okay. And the idea was to go and watch Tariq Lamptey, but I was so impressed by how, you know, he presented himself, how he tackled, how he was the captain too. Okay. Fast forward, he joined Crystal Palace, and he has shown that he can be a leader for the Crystal Palace team, and also even in the English national team. Okay. But getting him for close to 20 million is a bargain. At least even if
in his final season.
Exactly.
You think that's a bargain? Because he would have left for free, no?
Manchester United, it would have been 45 million for us. So we all know it would have been 45 for us. Okay. To get him for 20 million, a 25-year-old, you know, a young guy, experienced centre, a leader who can come in,
starting for the English
national team. Right? I think it's great. Okay. It's great. So for City, I think their ambition to chase Arsenal down has become realistic more because of the players that they've
made in the summer.
And I'm going to predict here,
Manchester City will take the Premier League from us now again.
You think
because
so?
of these additions.
You think so?
Yes.
Because of Semenyo and Maguire joining City.
They have become a much more solid team, physical and also goal threat.
Okay.
You know? So yeah.
But not if they lose today against you guys, though.
Oh, we all know 3-1 could try.
Okay. Okay, they hear from Kelvin there on the Maguire to City transfer story. Ghana, guys, finally, let's talk about Lucas Paqueta to Flamengo. And for this move, what for me, I find it very shocking. And I don't know, I guess my question is, what is it about the Brazilian league that pulls this? Because you look at Lucas Paqueta, he's in his prime.
Yeah.
He's not nearing the end of his career for you to think, oh, okay, he's just going back to retire.
Yeah. And let's be honest. You know, these Brazilians, when they are about to end their season or when they are about to end their careers, we all Ronaldo, Zico, they all like to go back to Brazil to play.
Okay.
But if you look at the last World Cup, someone like I think 2014 World Cup, a certain Fred did so well that they had to take him from the local league to the World Cup. If you remember this Manchester United young boy who was playing for Fulham, Andres Pereira, who was playing for Fulham, went to the Brazilian league because he felt that Ancelotti would see him more. He felt that Ancelotti would see his game more so that he will be added to the national team. So I think he's going not because of he thinks that Flamengo is better than West Ham, but he feels that, do I play for the champions of Brazil right now, the Copa Libertadores winners, so that I will do so well that Ancelotti will look at me, or do I struggle at West Ham, probably go on relegation? Which team do I stand a chance, for being called up for the World Cup? And I think once he weighed his options, he think, and I agree. Okay, going to Flamengo right now will give him a better chance for being called to the World Cup than playing for a relegating side. Okay, like West Ham.
Okay, let me come to you, Michael. What do you think?
Paqueta. Allegedly, with this kind the betting scandals and everything, I think he has seen that he needs a change of environment. Okay. But probably a player of his caliber wouldn't want him to go back to Brazil. When he was at Flamengo, his best season so far, 32 games, 10 goals, 1 assist. Okay. But the yellow cards issue, it raises a lot of questions about Paqueta. Okay. 9 yellow cards when he played for Flamengo. Okay. And even he has played only 18 matches for West Ham this season. He has scored 4 goals, 1 assist, 7 yellow cards, and 1 red card.
I see.
He has
he has a disciplinary issue.
Yes, he's almost getting to the numbers of what he had last season. Last season, he has met the same goal tally. Okay. 33 matches played, 4 goals, 0 assists, and 10 yellow cards. Oof. 10 yellow cards.
For an attacking midfielder.
For an attacking midfielder, and it's kind of weird.
Do you think that's probably why the big clubs are not coming for him?
Yes, because he's aging too. He's 28 years, but these Brazilians, 28, they're 35. Right. They're 35. Right. And that red card offense he got, but I think West Ham versus this one of those guys, and it was a needless red card. Okay. A referee has penalized you, even though you were not the one supposed to be penalized. The referee made the mistake. Why making big problem out of it? Bowen came to pull you out, you didn't go. Yes, it was Liverpool against West Ham. Okay. Yes, Alisson came, your own countryman came to pull you from that side. Stop arguing with the referee. This guy was still insisting that he's going to throw shades to the referee. And just within a twinkle of an eye, I was like, no, I did with the bet. Boys, a trap bet, so be the red card. And he got a red card and he left the pitch. And honestly, I think West Ham fans have given so much respect to this guy. Because honestly, if I am a West Ham fan, I would have thrown some kind of tantrums to Lucas Paqueta. When Jimmy Kakre, stay focused. Because it's kind of crazy. Okay. Only just 18 games and you're almost bypassing the number of cards you got last season, 10 cards. And it's kind of crazy. You're on total, you have 8 cards. And you have played only 18. You are about 15 or 18 games more to go in the league. So if he's going back, Merida Day Sambewami, he should go back to his hometown. Okay. And it's not about Kelvin was trying to say about World Cup qualification and stuff. If Paqueta still played at West Ham, he would have still gone to the World Cup, by the way. Brazil things one. Oh, I hear about that international exposure was still giving that liberty to go. Because even if Cunha playing,
there's a new coach who, you know, Ancelotti doesn't make.
Ancelotti, you see, you see, Ancelotti is even though you may see him to be a man who is kind of a league coach. May I say Ancelotti more of as a tournament coach rather than being a league coach. So he will know the boys to select, because we know some of these guys, if it comes to tournaments, they are always there to show themselves. So Paqueta to Flamengo, it's a good deal in disguise. You should go back to him sometime. That's all.
Okay. So you heard from my man. We have done justice to the transfer window and the big transfer stories. You are still listening to us on Z11.9 FM. My name is Emmanuel Kwame Donko, and this is the Weekend Sports Rally Show. So we started off with the African Cup of Nations, and we reviewed the semi-final games, the two semi-final games, the Nigeria one and the Egypt one. And then we moved on to do a quick review of the big game happening in the English Premier League today. That is the Manchester Derby, because that game, remind you, is an early kickoff one. It's kicking off and starting at 12:30 p.m. today. So we had to review that one quickly before we got back to doing justice to the transfer stories. So these are the things we've done so far. And now we are about to switch gears again, take it up a notch. Let's talk about Real Madrid. And I see the way I said that, Real Madrid. I love this club. Personally, I'm a Madrid fan. I love this club so much. But I have to tell you, I have to be the first to say, recently, they are breaking my heart. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. But yeah, Real Madrid is going through some hard times, some troubling times. We lost the Spanish Supercopa. We lost to our bitter rivals. We beat Atletico de Madrid in the semi-final, went to the final, faced Barcelona, and then they beat us by 3-2 in one crazy game. The first half ended 2-2, and then the second half we conceded one silly goal deflection, and then we lost that one to Barcelona. And right after that game, we thought, okay, you know, the performance itself wasn't really bad, but, you know, yeah, it's true we lost the title and all, but let's look forward. Let's try to see if we can pick ourselves up and move on. And then the team traveled from Saudi Arabia to Spain. First thing, breaking news, bombshell, Xabi Alonso has left the club. What? I'm like, what? So that honestly, as a fan, that knocked me out cold. I did not see that coming. I mean, yeah, I know that the talk has been around a lot, you know, given the performances under Xabi, given how far we fell. We lost our lead on the La Liga table to Barcelona, and now we are behind Barcelona by 4 points. I know the Champions League game, we lost to a certain Manchester City, a City side that were not doing too great at the Bernabeu. You know, around just that time, a lot of talk about Xabi Alonso possibly losing his job came out, but honestly, I didn't think we would pull that trigger, and then we did. And the killing part, here's the shocker, yeah, you sack an experienced manager like Xabi Alonso, who was in the German Bundesliga, took charge of a Bayern Leverkusen team that was 16th in the German Bundesliga table, and then took them all the way to win the title the following season, and he did that without losing a single game. You sack a manager with this kind of curriculum vitae CV, and then you promote Arbeloa. A friend of mine calls him Atipalago. That's a Chelsea fan, by the way. So yeah, you can imagine, as an Madrid fan, I am hurting so bad. But guys, you guys are neutrals. I have a Liverpool fan and a Manchester United fan. Hopefully, maybe I am talking from a very biased perspective. Okay, but I want to hear from you. So the conversation today is, what is wrong with Real Madrid? Let's start with that. What's wrong with Real Madrid as a club? What's wrong with the Real Madrid?
First of all, I think That's a very to say what's wrong with them. But I think they are a team that we all know, Real Madrid, arguably the greatest team in the world. You know, their standards are so high that you know, once they feel like something is going wrong, it's easy for them to just switch and say, just go. But here's the case: when it comes to football, you know, we have a manager, we have a coach, and I think if Real Madrid is going to do well going forward, I think the power should be restored to managers now. Okay. Because how come you bring in a coach, a legend, who has done so well in the Bundesliga? You know, tactically, we all know he's one of the best in the game. You know, the idea was to make Real Madrid a very dominant team that could go head to head or toe to toe with Barcelona, outplay them and outscore them. And he had that capabilities to do that. But when he starts teaching you as a player and you start or you feel like you don't want to do it, I think it's the right from the board or the owner to say, hey, there's the man in charge. If he says that do this, you do it. Because if you want to stay at Real Madrid, you have to do what he says. But then again, once he tries to coach the team, some of the players think that maybe he's demanding too much from them. And it started with Vinicius. Then he came with other players. Then there was this distraction. There was this noise. And this guy, mind you, this guy has 71 win percentage. While the likes of Amorim at that time had 31, and he still had the support of like the fans and the players. Right. Then someone who was literally doing a lot.
You know, I saw a stat that shocked me for a minute. Apparently, in his first 31 games as a Madrid manager, he has the same number of wins, the same number of losses and draws as the Barcelona manager, Hansi Flick.
And they are hailing him.
His first 31 games.
They are hailing him. But Real Madrid, I don't know. So I think Real Madrid has to sit down and say, either we want a coach, someone who can go all out, someone who can, you know, help the team, improve the players so that we can even be better than we are. Or we go for a coach who just vibes, you know, who come and just, you know, uplift the ego of the team and try to, you know, help the team go front. I think that's what they should look at going forward. Because I think Xavi Alonso going in was a mistake. They should have gotten the players who didn't agree with him to go. You, Vinicius, cry that you are fighting with the coach. You don't want to sign a new contract. So I don't know why they would. You know, you guys don't want to sign a new contract.
That's not
so I don't know why.
The most annoying part is he's been so bad. Vinicius's form for a very long time now has been. I want to use an S word.
Yeah, he has been so bad. So I think going forward, they need to look at a manager who is so good, is so big that they would give him the respect and the power to go on to do well.
Okay, so on that cue, that's a perfect way to end that for me, because on that note, looking forward as a manager who could come in and perhaps change the fortunes of this great club, let's look at a man that once took charge of a certain Liverpool side, and I'm talking about Jurgen the Man Klopp. So his name has come up as one that could possibly eventually take over the Madrid job, and he was asked, I think he was at a basketball game recently, and he was asked by a journalist. Intelligently asked him about the Real Madrid links, and this is what he had to say. So, producer, if we have the Jurgen Klopp audio is ready, let's play that, and then let's come back to the studio. I'll take Michael, who's a Liverpool fan who knows Jurgen Klopp very well. I'll ask Michael if Jurgen Klopp is possibly the man to change Real Madrid's fortunes and help this club go back to where we rightly belong. So if the Jurgen Klopp video is ready, can we play that? So yeah, if you are streaming on YouTube, you can see this video and then watch it. But if you're listening to us, you hear the audio, right? So we are about to play an interview that Jurgen Klopp granted about possibly joining Real Madrid. So if that audio is ready, let's go. dang. For some reason, we can't get the audio. Anyway.
Thank you. You know, they really love basketball at Real Madrid as well.
Yeah, it's great. Maybe some of them watch the game tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was Jurgen Klopp. He was asked by the journalist, you know, they really love basketball at Real Madrid as well. And then he laughed. It was I think that was the longest and most awkward laugh I've seen in a while. That is great. Maybe they'll come watch the game. So basically, he's flirting, right? That the rumor is out there that Jurgen Klopp is possibly the manager to take over from Arbeloa, and Arbeloa lost his first game in charge ever since he took over. He plays against La Liga 2 side Albacete, who apparently was 17th on the La Liga 2 log. He lost to them in the Spanish Copa del Rey round of 16 by 3-2. And so Real Madrid are out of the Copa del Rey. So look, we are down. My club, my beloved club, is doing so well. But Michael, Jurgen Klopp to Liverpool. Do you think that Jurgen Klopp to Real Madrid? Do you think that he's the man to change the destiny of this club and possibly help save my beloved club?
Honestly, I feel he's the right man for the job. But on the other hand, too, one man needs to step down before he can absolutely take control over the affairs at Real Madrid. And that man is Florentino Perez.
I see.
It's time for Perez to quit football. He needs to get a break, go for some holidays, get some nice, beautiful, serene environment so that he enjoys nature. He has done what he can do for Real Madrid. Because Jurgen Klopp is someone who likes to build a team from the scratch. He needs time. It took him almost 9 years to get Liverpool to where we are today, until another useless lot came to do us what we are doing today.
So shots are being fired.
So asking me if Klopp is the best man for the job, he's 100% best for the job. No player in Real Madrid is above any manager. But at times, Florentino makes it look as if these players have a greater stake at Real Madrid than the manager. Klopp is a no-nonsense man. He will not tolerate something of that nature. You can't even do that to even Thomas Tuchel.
So, Klopp was asked about the Xabi Alonso sacking, and he was like, it's quite shocking, that a manager that has done what Xabi Alonso had done in Germany would be sacked within 6 months, his first 6 months.
31 games.
And he went on to say that it clearly tells you that something is wrong
at the club.
Does that sound like a manager who wants to come there?
It sounds like a manager who wants to let the fans know that Florentino Perez is the problem. Florentino Perez is the problem. See, if you go and bring an angel from heaven and make him look in a human form, still there'll be issues at Real Madrid. I don't know what Florentino Perez tells these guys before they come to Real Madrid. I don't know if the players also own 1% stake share in Real Madrid or something, because it's crazy. The truth needs to be told. Sacking Xabi Alonso was a wrong move. A 70% win rate at Real Madrid.
71.
One of the best in the history.
Right.
As a football club for Real Madrid, and you still sack him. Come on, that's so unfair. But it's at the end of the day, it's still one man in charge, Florentino Perez. Because if Klopp should come to Real Madrid, he's going to build a whole new team together. He's a no-nonsense man. You know the way his style of play, gang pressing. If Vinicius,
and that was similar to what Xabi Alonso wanted to do.
If Vinicius, you won't press,
right?
Or bet on a bench, or you go for a transfer window. You are not.
Yeah, because how is that going to change? Because there's a manager who believes in the same philosophy that Xabi believes in. He believes in pressing high up the pitch. He believes in his attackers working hard to win the ball back. And you had that manager in Xabi Alonso, and you did not want to do that. And so eventually the club decided to let that manager go. And you want Jurgen Klopp. How is that any different?
And you see, I don't know if Madrid, the mental management, they are daydreaming, or they still say Diana Menso will be that kind of vibe. I just don't get it, because going into this transfer market to go get a manager, it will come at a cost. Because any manager who comes will be like, hey, now 70%
right?
70% and you may be 50. I'm worrying there, I'm sure. I'm sure probably the janitors in Madrid will do the sacking. Because honestly, if Klopp comes to Madrid, he needs time. Because even in his first season at Liverpool, with the likes of Simon Mignolet, Nathaniel Klein, Martin Skrtel, Mamadou Sakho, Alberto Moreno, Emre Can, Lucas Leiva, Adam Lallana, Felipe Coutinho, James Milner, and Divock Origi. This squad, he went to League Cup final and lost. He went to Europa finals too, and also lost in his first season. Look at what he did with the squad. So this should tell Real Madrid that the man himself coming, he is an excellent guy when it comes to man management. He knows how to recruit a group of players to fit into what he's looking for. Look at Andrew Robertson from Hull City straight to Liverpool. Who would have seen this coming? Nobody expected it, but look, he came and he has done great for Liverpool. And don't be surprised if Klopp comes and be like, I need a player from Albacete. And that is what I want to use. Klopp will make that player shine. He builds the guys and he builds teams from the scratch. If only Real Madrid will be patient enough, then probably that setup with that strong financial bargain, he can get any player he wants at the transfer market. Real Madrid will be a team on fire. Nobody in this world would like to play against Real Madrid.
Right.
So coming to Real Madrid, it will be a good addition, but will he come? That's the big question. We'll leave that to the German man.
Right. Kelvin.
Yeah.
So, Jurgen Klopp to Real Madrid. If you think that's a marriage that could work?
Like I said, like my colleague here said, I think I agree with most of the things that he's saying.
Okay.
You know, he's a great coach to you as a player if you obey and follow his instructions.
Right.
He'll probably be your best person. Like see the Firmino, see the hacks, that he'll give it to you.
Right.
But if you don't want to follow in what he's doing or what his instructions, then he'll get you out.
Right.
And there's a question: are Madrid willing to
give all that power to a manager?
And I don't think Madrid will do that. It's something that's been working
in Xabi Alonso.
Exactly. So why would they? So I think tactically on the field he'll be, but in terms of what goes on off the field,
right?
They had an identical tactically there. He has been sacked. So what is?
But then again, one could make the argument that Jurgen Klopp is a much more experienced person.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So you probably
in the man management
how.
and all of that, he could probably do a better job at that than Xabi Alonso because he was younger and all of that.
True. I think it's true that for experience side and managing players like that, sometimes you need someone who has done it before, someone who can go in and massage their egos more.
Right.
But I don't think it will be a great fit right now because they have to make sure that the players know that the coach has the power. Once they're able to do that, then I think he will be a great fit for them.
Okay. So speaking about Real Madrid, right? They are playing in La Liga, and that game is kicking off quite soon, 1 p.m. kickoff time. So I just want to run you through their lineup. Okay. So this is Arbeloa's second game in charge as the interim manager at Real Madrid. So he has Thibaut Courtois starting in goal. Valverde is back as right back. Valverde is playing right back in this game against Levante. Raul Asensio and Dean Houston at the centre back pairing. And then Alvaro Carreras is starting at left back. We have Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Bellingham as the midfield three. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Bellingham as midfield three. And then, interestingly, he's starting Gonzalo Garcia as a right winger. And Kylian Mbappe is starting as the 9, and then Vinicius Junior as the left winger in this game.
Wow, that's
certainly
very
interesting. But I think on the paper it looks like a 4-3-3, but I think eventually it would evolve into a 4-4-2 or something with Mbappe and Gonzalo Garcia as the two strikers.
Personally, I feel they should maintain the same system, but they should play the players where they should be. Because if I recall what you said the midfield had Camavinga, Tchouaméni. So it should be a 1-6 and 2-8. Go and come. On the wings, how many wingers on this to be a professional player? How many wingers that started their career can say I can play only on the left wing but I can't play on the right wings? How many? Most of them can, but it's just based on preference. If as a coach you can convince them, because we all saw Mbappe. When he came to PSG the first time, Cavani was the number 9. Neymar was the left winger. He played the whole season as a right winger. Before Vinicius joined Real Madrid in the under-17 championship in the South America, where they won and he won the top goal scorer. He played from the right. So these are players that can actually play from the right. So I feel it's the 4-3-3 formation that they are going in. They can say, okay, you Garcia, you are the number 9. You are the natural number. Play number 9. Vinicius, go on the right. Mbappe, go on the left. Let's play the players on like wingers will be on the wings. Striker should be as a number 9, and midfield should be on the.
So you would rather see Gonzalo Garcia as the being number 9 than Mbappe.
Yeah, then Mbappe on the wings. Where he can have more freedom to impact the game and also score. So that we can see his speed. You know, normally he has to come and touch. Sometimes once he comes in, there wouldn't be a presence in the 18-yard ball, which sometimes it doesn't help. So having a number 9 in there who stay, who would worry the 2 center backs and let the wingers go and score, I think it would help.
Okay, guys, our time is running out. We've got just about 3 minutes to wrap up the show. So let's move on now and preview the big games happening on Sunday. And when I say the big games, I mean the African Cup of Nations final, Senegal versus host Morocco. That game is happening tomorrow, Sunday at 8 p.m. kickoff. It has an 8 p.m. kickoff time, or 7 p.m. kickoff time. Sorry, 7 p.m. kickoff time. Guys, so we have 2 unbeaten teams, right? They did not lose a single game in the tournament so far. Morocco have the best defense so far in the competition. Senegal are not probably as great defensively, but they are not also probably as good at attack wise. But they've got such a good team, solid team.
Right.
What are your thoughts for that game?
I think it's going to be one of the best games that we have ever seen or witnessed in an AFCON final. You know, sometimes when going to a tournament, some people make their predictions that these are the 2 top teams, and normally within the journey of the tournament, they all don't go to the final or one goes.
Yeah, true.
But before the tournament, most of these people were like, even I wrote an article and I predicted the people with the best chances. And these 2 were the 2 top teams. And finally, they are here. I think it's going to be a great game for the neutrals. It's going to be physical. It's going to be tactical. It's going to be a great game. But the only thing that I think might go in the Moroccans' favor is, 1, the home support. Okay. Senegal, unfortunately, has lost, or their captain won't be playing in the final. Where the Kalidou Koulibaly, they are engine, they are someone who, marshals their defense and controls their defense. Such a player not being in at the final.
Is that due to injury or suspension?
Suspension.
Okay. Such
a player not being available for such a tough game against.
But he wasn't available for the Egypt game. No.
He was available.
He played the Egypt game.
But because of the yellow cards that he took in that game. So it's going to be something that is going to worry Senegal. Senegal are looking to be the first champions to win, the first team to win the AFCON back-to-back before Egypt did it, I think 2008, around that side.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire, sorry.
Cote d'Ivoire.
But they want to do something like within the space of, like, how should I say, 3 tournaments.
Right, they've won.
I think they have won 2. I think Egypt did it some years ago, and they want to be the second team to do that. So I think it's going to be great. Mane will show up, Nicolas Jackson, obviously, in that will try. But I feel the Moroccans, with Ibrahim Diaz, what they have done with Nigeria, especially what Nigeria tried to be physical with them, how they were able to cut them off and win the tournament with the fans. I feel Morocco will take this one.
So Kelvin feels Morocco will take this one. Michael, quickly, let me get your thoughts on that game.
With this particular game, there's a special appeal to the 2 coaches. They should just come all out and give us some excellent football. We don't want to see that kind of Senegal versus Egypt kind of football again. They should all come all out, let their fullbacks play, let the attackers play. And forget about Koulibaly not being part. This is a coach who has stated that even if his first sets are all suspended, he will get another set to play. And during the substitutions that went on between Senegal and Mali, I saw this guy coming out, Mane being changed, for Ismail Sarr, and I was like, hey, squad who. So this game is going to be interesting. It's going to be fantastic, and at the end of the day, I want the best to come from the West. So I'll stick my neck out for Senegal. Okay. Forget about home crowd and everything. Okay. They did that against DR Congo at their backyard, and they are going to do it. So prediction, I'm going for a 2-0 or 2-1 win for Senegal.
Okay, 2-1 win Senegal. Kelvin?
2-1 win for Morocco.
Okay, so guys, thank you very much for coming to the studio again and doing this with me. I appreciate it. This has been great. This has been great. It's been fantastic coming your way with the Weekend Sports Rally Show again on Z101.9 FM. So this is how we sign out today on Z101.9 FM. This has been the Weekend Sports Rally Show. Personally, I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I had such a good time. The discussion was great. I love talking about the issues we spoke about. And I hope you have more clarity on your club transfer business or on the biggest African Cup of Nations games happening this weekend. And of course, the Manchester Derby, which I think currently is still ongoing and scores is 0-0. So up next is Roots and Routes on Z101.9 FM. It's been me, Emmanuel Kwame Donko, doing this with Kelvin Atta Amenyampong and Michael Ebu Bonshra. So we'll come your way next week, God willing, the same time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as I say, have a sporty weekend.